This is Russ. I'm back on the road again. Take a guess what I'm riding. You should probably tell from the basket in the front and the handlebars. Yeah, I'm on the Electric Bike Company Model S. Yeah, this is the one that was customized for me. I haven't taken it out since the review. And so usually what I do is I usually will top off the batteries a little bit before I take a bike out. Only because I know that the batteries do typically discharge to a certain amount. And then I want to make sure I have full batteries to go. But I got so many batteries on this bike, I don't think I have to do that. So one thing I will tell you, we mentioned that the batteries in the basket seem to be making a little bit of rattling sound, that I needed to put something underneath the battery while it's in the basket. Haven't done that yet. I just been busy with other things and haven't done it yet, and I wanted to take the bike out, so I said, okay, well, that's the case, we'll just take it, and if it rattles a little, so it rattles a little. I mean, we know it's just the batteries bouncing around inside the basket. It doesn't really bounce around. I think the basket being made metal, you know, the liner's metal, and then the battery in there is hard plastic. It kind of rattles a little bit because of that. I think what they really need to do is just put a little bit of a very thin layer of foam underneath that battery before it gets on top of the basket. So simple fix. I still haven't done it, that's all. All right, so where are we going today? Well, I don't know. On your left. So yeah, I figured what we'll do is we'll just kind of ride around. It's a weekend right now, so I know that there are people out on bike paths and the like. I don't really want to do on the bike path. I prefer to be out on the street itself. But we'll see. We'll see where we go. It's kind of a casual ride. I mean, the first thing in my mind was, you know, if we're just going to do a casual ride, we're not doing anything special. It's a leisurely ride. Beach cruiser time. Yeah, beach cruiser time. That's what these things were made for. Nice part about this bike is it maintains all forms of correctness in terms of the class. As we mentioned, that the bike will do 20 miles per hour throttled, and it only goes as fast as the pedal assist is set for. So if you're on pedal assist 5, you hit the throttle, you can go up to 20 miles per hour. You're on pedal assist 4, you're only able to go as fast as what pedal assist 4 would give you, even if you throttle, and all the way down to the, you know, pedal assist 1. But the nice part about it is, if you do want to go faster, if you pedal and put some effort, you can go a lot faster. You can do 28 miles per hour on this if you pedaled hard. I'll never reach that because my knees aren't good enough, as you all know. So, but I have brought it to around the 25 mile an hour range, you know, while pedaling. All right, so we're gonna take the sidewalk up over here. And the reason I do that is because it's safer than being with the cars at this point. Because if I went here on the right side with the cars, then I'd have to cross across the the street again just to get into this area. Of course, now these cars are blocking me, so I don't know if this lady will block me as well, and of course she will. So let's just wait. Because I'm heading in this direction. Now, like I said, this being a weekend, everybody in the world is out here. Kids are out here, games are happening. Yeah, let's take a look to see what's going on. Yeah, they got soccer games going on here. All right, we're gonna stop for a second. Ooh, big dust storm over on that side. That's where the baseballs are playing. Soccer games going on over here. Kids on the left, on the right. They're kind of all over the place. Okay, on your left. I will say this. It is kind of fun to pass somebody on a beach cruiser. Because I don't think they expect it. I think they figure, oh, this guy's going to go really slow on this bike. They don't realize. All right, we got to pass through here. Yeah, sometimes they don't realize that even a beach cruiser could be electric. Yeah, a lot of activities happening. A lot of activities happening now. People are out. Weather's pretty decent. Today we're hitting, what is the temperature out here? According to my thermometer on my display screen, it says 80 degrees. I don't know if it's quite 80 degrees yet. I think this thing might be off. It may be more like 77, it feels like. And I think that's what it said on the Apple thing. Let's take a look. Well, can't do two things at the same time. Let's make sure we can ride well first. Yeah, according to this, it says 77 degrees. It says 82 degrees on my bike. I don't think it's 82 degrees. It doesn't feel 82 yet. It feels more like 77. So yeah, seems like the temperature gauge is off on that. Well, so be it. It's the way it is. Thank you. All right. So yeah, people are out walking. People are walking. People are on bikes. Kids are playing. Yeah, this is what we expect, right? We expect to see some activity when weather is decent. And again, being a weekend, they're not working, they're not at school. Kids will be out of school soon. All right, let's go straight here. Should we go on the bike path? Yeah, let's go on the bike path. Let's see how many people are out there. Narrow bridge. Hello. Yeah, last time I was out here, I ran into one of my former photography students. He was on a trike. Yeah, you would probably have seen that on Tuesday's video. I think this video will probably come out on Wednesday. Yeah, he was on the trike. We didn't recognize each other. And then as we started talking, and he told me he liked photography, and I told him that I used to be a professional photographer. Then he told me he took a class out there, and yep, hey, we kind of figured out I had to have been his instructor. I was the only instructor out in that area. So then when I told him the name of the school, he says, that was the school. He says, and I took off my sunglasses, and he goes, yep, that's you. I have sunglasses on. I got the helmet on. You know, he hadn't seen me in so long. Yeah, why would he recognize me, right? but he did afterwards. No, the funny part is that, you know, I've taught a lot of students photography. Sometimes they come in and just take one class. Others take multiple classes. But I rarely run into my photography students, which is kind of strange. Maybe they just don't recognize me anymore or something. But on occasion, you know, I'll have some of them will say, "Oh yeah, I took a photography class from you." So it does happen. It's just I would think it'd be more. I've taught something like 12,000 students over my 8 years. Like I said, some of them only take one class and they're done, and others take multiple classes. So, oh, he's letting us be. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. So, yeah, on occasion I do run into some people, but more often than not I don't. Or if they do, they just don't come up and say hi. I don't know. I actually had one lady. I was at the grocery store once, and I was behind her in line, and she says, "Yeah, I took one of your classes." Just out of the blue, she says that. And so I go, "Oh, that's cool." And she goes, "Yeah, I've seen you a number of times." I said, "Well, why didn't you say anything?" And she goes, "I didn't want to bother you." So sometimes they do see you, they just don't say anything. Yeah, I kind of wish they would say something. It's always fun to run into former students. All right, well, we are heading towards the hill test area. Now, you know that when I did the review, I didn't do the hill test for you guys here because it was a little more difficult for this bike to get up the hill when we had all the batteries and everything, and we only do it with the throttle. So I think this time I'm going to do it, but I'm going to help it along. I'm going to pedal up there. And somebody mentioned too, if you pedal, it will make it easier on the hill. Well, yeah, well, that's true. But the whole point of the hill test was to see how well the bike would do on its own. So that's why I don't pedal. I just use the throttle and let it do its thing. But I think knowing what it did last time, I will pedal to help it to get up the hill better. And then as I thought more about it too, I mentioned that typically I do battery range tests. I find it more and more unimportant for you guys to know what the battery range test is from what I do. And the reasoning is it's more important for me to know than it is for you to know. Because you're never going to get the same range as I get. You're going to probably do better if you weigh less than me. If your terrain is better, if you pedal more than I do, which most people would pedal more than I do. So really, my results is really not a valid result compared to what you will probably end up getting. You will probably always do better. You'll probably always do better than what I will be getting when we do it. All right, we're coming up to the hill test area. So I'm just gonna pedal and throttle fully at pedal assist level 5. You have to make sure you're on 5 if you want the highest throttle ability too. So yeah, can I get over the hill? Yeah, absolutely. See, I'm pedaling and I'm throttling. I'm getting over the hill at, where are we at? 11.1 miles per hour. So it's not like it can't do it. All right, because some people were asking whether it would or wouldn't. Yeah, it could do it. But you know, if you want to compare that directly to the other bikes, then it should be throttle only, because that's how we do all the other bikes. But this is a heavy bike with all the stuff I have on it. So not quite fair to compare that with the way I have this outfitted. I think many people may not put battery in the front basket. They may just buy the standard battery pack, and I have the larger battery pack too in the back. It's not even just a standard one. So I've added a lot of weight to the bike, and that affected its performance. So, but there's proof there that, you know, if you pedal, yes, you can go over the hill. It's not like it can't do it, all right? I do like this bike. It's a fun bike to ride, but it does take a little bit of time to get used to. The handlebars are not positioned the same way that many of the other bikes are. The throttle is on the left-hand side. The throttle only goes as fast as the pedal assist level is set for. You have to turn on the throttle, otherwise you have no throttle. So there's a lot of little things you gotta learn about the bike before taking the bike out. I will say this, because of the sweep back handlebars, putting the rear view mirror forward like that is actually kind of nice. Kind of like it. Because it kind of gives me a better side view. Let me tilt it down a little bit here, maybe. Maybe not. There we go. I'm always messing with my mirrors, you know that. Always messing with the mirrors. I don't know if I took this. Have I taken this to the forest preserve? I don't know if I did. I don't think I have. I think I was, even for my review of this bike, I took it around the streets and things. Yeah, this will be the first time it is into the forest preserve area. I will say this, I do get a lot of people looking at me when I'm riding this bike. I think it's because you got a big, heavy guy. It's a beach cruiser. I don't think they're expecting to see a guy like me on a beach cruiser. It's a step-through model, you know. It's got a front basket. So, yeah, I think it takes a lot of people by surprise. Sometimes I think they see the, I'm going to go across over here. Sometimes I think they see the wood fenders and stuff. Other times I don't think they see it. Depends on which side they are on, whether they actually notice it or not. But I think those who will see it will be surprised at what it looks like, because it is a very striking bike, no doubt. Alright, so we got left turner guys first. Got right turner guy in front of me here. You just want to make sure everybody knows you're there. Nobody tries to make a false move, try to beat you out somewhere, run you over. Alright, so here I should be good. Alright, reposition the bike. Hit the crosswalk sign. There we go. Good time for some water. Yeah, the water bottle being on the front basket is always the best position, in my opinion. It's easy to get to, doesn't really get in the way. So we got left turn guys go first. Let them go first. Then we should be able to go. Okay. I always look at the right turning guys, make sure the right turning guys know I'm there. They don't turn right into me. All right. We're off to the races. This section of the forest preserve is always darker because it's totally covered. You know, the top is covered up. I don't have to duck. I think that happened last time I was here. There's one branch that's a little too low. I think they got to cut that. Yeah, you gotta duck sometimes. Yeah, they're still repairing this road here. They're repaved it, but it's kind of positioned a little bit differently. I don't know how they're doing this. All right, so we're gonna have to pass these people unless they turn right and they take the shortcut. Will they take the shortcut? No, they're taking the long way. No, they're turning right. All right, we'll let them turn right. We will go straight. This is actually the long way to go. This is the road that the cars would typically take, but it looks like they won't allow cars up in this section. Oh, they're actually redoing this whole section. Yeah, we're gonna have to take the shortcut too. Yeah, let's turn it. They're resurfacing that as well. Not enough space to do a U-turn, and I wouldn't do it anyway, as you know. I typically will just hop around the thing. There are some trails in here. I don't take those either. Take the paved area. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is kind of the shortcut. Yeah, every now and then I get blasts of warm air hits you. All right, I'm gonna have to go behind these guys, I think. Yeah, they're going pretty slow. All right. They're pedaling to get up that hill. I'm throttling to get up the hill. All right, pedal a little bit. We're all gonna have to cross this intersection, which is always difficult. Thing is, it's always interesting when there's people in front of you because you can see what they're gonna end up doing. We're running over branches, by the way, little twigs. All right, we're gonna have to get off of this thing here. Sit tight. All right, let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, we're doing okay. We lucked out. We lucked out that there was an opening for us to get through. A lot of times you can't get through, that's the problem. All right, I'm gonna see if I can pass these guys on the left here and make sure there's no one coming on the other side. Okay, passing on the left. On your left. On your left. Yeah, I bet you those guys are surprised I was able to go faster than them. I think that's it's one of the fun things about this bike. I don't think people expect to see you go fast on this thing. I mean, 20 miles an hour isn't extremely fast compared to some other bikes, but it's faster than many people are able to ride their regular bikes, non-electric bikes. I refuse to call it an acoustic bike, as you know, because I think that's improper terminology. Thank you. Non-electric bike, conventional bike. What do you call it? Let me know. Don't say acoustic bike. Don't say that. All right, last time we were here, we went straight ahead. We will go ahead and take a left turn here. Yeah, it's a nice day, that's for sure. Oh, what am I wearing? I am wearing a UV protected long sleeve black shirt that was given to me by my daughter and son-in-law. I do have my bike gloves on. You know, bike gloves give you some padding here. That helps a little bit, but really what I use it for is for protection in case I fall. Because you'll skin your palms, because you'll instinctively put your arms and hands out. And that will affect that will affect your hands, that's for sure. You'll skin your palms like crazy. And because I don't want to do that, I wear my gloves. Now, I should be putting on some sunscreen. I keep forgetting to do it. My wife keeps telling me to do it. I keep forgetting, and sometimes I don't really want to do it. But I'm getting darker and darker every single day, it seems. And that's not good. It should really be protecting my face and like even my legs and stuff, because as you can see, I have shorts on right now, so my legs will get kind of dark. It's okay. It's no problem. Thank you. So this is typically what you will encounter on a weekend. You have a lot of people walking. All right, so we have bikes on the left coming, so I cannot pass. So I will wait. Hi. So yeah, this is one of the reasons why I don't usually want to come out here during the weekends, because there's a lot more people out. Thank you. So there definitely going to be people out, and so you got to keep your eyes open. You don't want to run into anybody. Rollerbladers as well. I have not seen any deer out here yet this year, but I haven't come out early in the morning. It's still too cold in the mornings to come out, but usually if you come out in the morning, you'll see some deer. They'll be out here grazing and things. And then for the rest of the time, they kind of hide. They hide in the forest preserve. Alright, as you know, speed limit here is 15. I probably have been going faster than 15. 18 right now I'm doing. But a lot of times especially with this bike, if you want to go up certain hills, you need additional pedal assist, so you have to put it to 5. And if you forget to lower it back down, you'll be doing 20 miles an hour. Let's see what pedal assist level 3 gets me here. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's still 18 if I'm pedal. Going up a slight incline at this point. What does 2 get me? Let's try pedal assist level 2. 15.9, 15.6. Yeah, okay. So yeah, if I wanted to stay within the 15 mile an hour limit, I should be on pedal assist level 2. You'll be between 13.5 to 15. How you doing? Something like that, 13.5. Yeah, it's okay. All right, I'm not gonna do the loop again. I think what we'll do is we'll head out of here, get back to the street levels. So we usually have to cross over here in order to do that. I know that the shopping center that we're going to be passing, where there's a food store and everything, there's a sign way on the one side that says no bike riding. But what if you used your bike to go pick up things? Shouldn't you need to be able to do bike riding then? I mean, how would you get around if you can't ride your bike to get across? That's my point. So I think they have to kind of let you. I think what they're generally saying is they don't want like kids riding their bikes and just kind of in and out of the parking lots and stuff. I mean, if you're passing through, are you still not allowed to pass through on your bike? I don't understand. I don't know. You know, it's like this type of sign that says no bike riding, no skateboarding. You've seen those type of signs before, right? So are they going to enforce that on people who use their bikes to get their groceries and stuff? I don't know. I don't know what they would do. All right, we're gonna push the button. Push that button, then you get a crosswalk thing. But it's so far over there, you have to back up, reposition your bike, so that you can go forward again. I think it's too far in there, but I understand why, because the street sign and a street light has to be at a certain position, but yeah, it's kind of hard for the bike guys to push that. Oh, even the walkers, they have to walk over there, push it, come back again. You know, I always wonder too, oh, there's an Amazon truck. Hey, it's kind of cool. Their left turn signal is part of their headlight. I always wondered how the infrastructure might change as more and more bikes come on the road. You know, bikes aren't new. It's just that e-bikes are becoming more popular now. So they're becoming more popular for being on the road with you. So how will things change? I don't know. Oh, this Corvette's really cool too. It's this white one. I've always thought Corvette should be some type of color. I like white cars. Both of our cars are white. But for a Corvette, I don't know. Red one? I don't know. That's so common. The red Corvette. I don't know what color it should be, but... So here, I have to go through here in order to get to the other portion of where I need to ride. And of course, people could back out and run you over. So I will wait here for all these cars to go through, just to make sure I don't get run over. All right, this lady is going to turn, so she's going to turn, I'm going to go. Now, if you stay on the outskirts of this, I mean, I can see it like if you were biking right next to the stores, that might be a problem, people coming in and out of the stores. But if you were biking on the outer section of this area, like where I am right now, you see the stores are way over on the right side, right? I'm not over there. I'm about out over here, would they still be upset that you're biking? Don't know. That's a good question. Maybe next time I run into a police officer, I'll ask him that. Run into the motorcycle cop again and ask him that question. He'd probably be, how come this guy has so many questions about what he can and can't do? Yeah, last time we talked, I asked him about whether he would ticket me because of the stop signs, and he said he wouldn't, based on my intent and how I conduct myself. But it's a valid question, right? And same thing here, you know, like in this area, there's no sign that says I can't do what I'm doing. It's over as you're getting close to the stores, like near the sidewalk area of the stores. It says no biking, no skateboarding. Well, that would make sense. I don't know about here. As you're passing through. I mean, if you don't let the bikes pass through here, then that means you're forcing the bike riders to be on the street, on our left-hand side, on the street level. Well, is that actually safer for us? I don't think so. I think over here we might actually be safer, right? All right, let's do the shortcut again. Remember I showed you guys there's a shortcut over here. I do this quite often. Just kind of squeeze through here and then get across to the other areas. I know, for me, I have more fun riding like this sometimes than I do in the forest reserves. I know a lot of you guys like being on the trails and stuff, but I don't know. I like seeing what else is going on, because to me, once I've seen a certain amount of trees, it kind of looks the same to me. Here I see a lot of different things, you know, things going on, people playing, people doing whatever, but of course they're always in my way. So they got soccer games going on over here on our left-hand side. A lot of cars here. This is all the families of the soccer kids. So one day I still need to do a range test just for myself, but I don't think you should rely on it. The reason I keep thinking that this is not to be relied on anymore from me is because after seeing how my wife was riding her bike, and we've gone out a couple times together like this on long excursions, I'm always on the second battery and she's still working on the first battery. I'll finish up an entire battery. I'm on the second battery going through that, and then she's still like 3 bars out of 5 on her battery. So how is anything I tell you in terms of the range of a battery valid? It's not. It's only valid for me. I need to know the information, just like you need to know your own information on your own battery. You see what I'm saying? So even though I tell you what I got, you need to do your own test based on your weight, based on how you ride, your area. You got hills, no hills. You need to know how far can you go on your battery so you don't get stranded somewhere. I mean, the worst thing, nobody wants to get stranded, you know, miles away from their house and their battery's dead and there's no one to pick them up. How are you going to get that bike home? And you see? This is the one fear I have too. If my daughter's friend goes on the bike to drive ride with us on Lakeshore Drive out in September time, because he's got a surgery happening on his legs and knees or whatever he's torn, I worry that the Engwe may not have enough battery between the two batteries to let him throttle all the way through. I know the Jaguar Rundy would be able to do it. We already confirmed that based on my weight, that the 2 batteries would be no problem. I may have to let him ride that and ask my daughter to ride the Jaguar Rundy, because my wife will probably ride her own Jaguar Rundy. If we did it that way, it would be pretty sure all of us would be able to make it, because I'll take the Ocelot Pro, That has 2 batteries. All of them have 2 batteries, but I know that you know, if he didn't pedal at all, which he might have to do, not pedal at all, then the question is, will that Engwe make it? And I have my doubts that it would make it. I mean, I did that Engwe. I did Fox River Trail, 40 miles, and it made it. But I was pedaling as well, pedaling and throttling. If he only throttled, can he do the 30? You see what I'm saying? Now I told them, I says, if we did the throttle, if you throttled conservatively, like what I'm doing right now, I mean, if we stayed, let's say we stayed 15 miles and under, something like that, and didn't just go through that Lakeshore Drive really fast, he probably would make it. But it would be close. You see. So, yeah, this is why you kind of need to know your range. You got to know what your bike can and cannot do. All right, now typically we would turn left here, but I'm not going to turn. I'm just going to keep going. Let's go further up and see what we got. So how am I doing? I'm down 1 bar. Voltage wise, we're at 44.8. 46.9. So it depends. It's reading the voltage based on the load. If I throttle, it drops. If I don't throttle, it bounces back up, right? All right, what else is down this way? All right, she had her blinker on, and I'd rather that she turn first than me. Thing is, she did wave. Thank you for letting her turn. Some car exhausts are kind of noisy. Yeah, nice day. Nice day for a bike ride. Still says 80 degrees. What does this thing say? 78. It's off by 2 to 3 degrees. I think the bike one is off by 2 to 3 degrees. I kind of trust the Apple one more. Let's turn here. Ride through some people's neighborhoods. Do you guys do that? Ride through people's neighborhoods? I know many of you guys don't even go on the street. Well, I used to be like that too. I didn't want to do the streets until somebody finally gave me the kick to go onto the streets. He says, I'm afraid of everything. Get out there on the street. So I did. I've been on the street ever since. But yeah, you got to be aware, you know, because the cars sometimes they're not aware. So we'll take a right over here. But if they're you know, if they're driving erratically, stay away. Stay away from those guys. Let them go first or something. Get them out of there. Alrighty. Anyway, I think we had enough for today. What do you think? I appreciate you guys coming out with me on the bike and just having a leisurely ride on the beach cruiser. The rattling wasn't as bad today. I think I'm hitting less bumps, maybe. but I do need to fix it. It's a simple fix. I just haven't done it yet. It's 4 screws underneath the basket. Take the screws off, the battery undoes itself, stick some stuff underneath it. You know, some type of foam, something or other, so it doesn't hit the metal. It's hard when it bounces, and then it'll take care of it. Anyways, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys next time.